To put this into the toaster oven, I did put some slits on top, and I also put parchment paper on the bottom for easy lifting and also to help prevent as much scorching on the bottom. And I buttered up the pan quite well, very liberally. So I'm trying to create like a steam function. So I have some very hot water here that I heated in my microwave. I'm going to pour that on the bottom roasting pan rack, and then I will have the bread above it. I'm not quite sure if this bread will rise too much, so that is why I put it on rack 5 and 6, but I think technically I should do 3 or 4, so it's a bit of an experiment. We'll see. All right, so the pan is going into the oven. And real quick, I'm going to pull this out. Pour my water in here. Hopefully I don't get burned. I used very hot water, almost boiling beforehand, and it was about half a cup. I'm trying not to warp my pans. All right, putting that in the oven. And I'm going to reset my time here. Oh, not my oven. I need to reset my time here to 25 minutes. I'll also just be keeping my eye on it in general, because I haven't done this exact loaf type before in this oven. All right, I'll check back. So it is done with the first part of it. So it's okay. So it's very dark on top. So I'm actually going to put foil on for the remaining part of the bake so it doesn't burn. Couple things. So I covered my bread so it didn't burn. I also took out the roasting pan here. This oven, it turns off the heating function after your timer goes off. So now I'm going to change the settings here. So I'm going to change I'm going to keep it at bake, but I'm going to change the temperature to 375. I'm going to put my bake time at about another 20 minutes and then press start. It's going to preheat because it was off for a few moments. I will say also that the timer is very quiet on this, so just to be aware. All right, it should be done. I'm going to do a quick temp check with my thermometer and make sure it's done. I'm looking for around 200 degrees in the center of the loaf. Here and see where we're at. Oh, actually, it looks like it needs a couple more minutes or not quite done. I put it in for about another 10 minutes at 375 and pulled it out, and now we are sitting at 205. So now I will let it cool for about 5 minutes and then pull it out, and then I will go from there. I just pulled it out of the pan. There was just a little bit of sticking, but overall it came out very nicely. That's how the bottom looks. My bread is fully cooled, so I'm gonna cut into it and see how the inside looks. All right, here's what we got. Did a small slice. The crumb is nice and tight. It doesn't feel too gummy. So this turned out great. This was in the KitchenAid as well. So this was not a stretch and fold sourdough. So you tend to get a tighter crumb with a mixer.